The Renters Reform Bill is a piece of legislation that tenants groups have been fighting for quite a long time. It's a testament to their campaigning that Parliament is even being presented with any kind of legislation that might improve renters' rights. The main thing that it will apparently do, and I say apparently because the passage of this bill is very slow, and there's a possibility that it might be timed out because lots of Conservatives are not really enthusiastic about it for obvious reasons. But the main thing it's meant to do is to abolish Section 21 no-fault evictions, which will, in theory, give private renters much more security. It's also apparently going to do a few other things that are probably good for renters, like create a landlord portal, which is basically a publicly accessible database with information about who owns what properties, which will be quite good if you're planning a protest and want to know all the properties that a bad landlord owns. It will also apparently create an ombudsman for private renters, which doesn't currently exist, and this will be a body that can make rulings when there's disputes between tenants and landlords. So in theory, it offers a few things which would improve the situation for renters in this country. However, you can probably tell I speak without great enthusiasm for this legislation because I'm very skeptical of it. I think the whole idea behind it, when it came from tenants groups, was to level the playing field a bit and address the power imbalance between tenants and landlords in this country. But I think the landlord lobby has got its fingerprints over it. It has obviously more money and resources than tenants' movements, and many Tory MPs are landlords, many Labour MPs are landlords. So it's very hard politically to get Parliament to pass something which shifts power from private landlords to tenants. And what we're seeing with the Renters Reform Bill is that actually for every good measure, there seem to be things in there that are actually quite alarming and in some cases might make things worse. For example, it seems to be strengthening the grounds on which landlords can evict tenants for fault, for breach of contract. So I think it may make it easier for landlords to evict tenants for antisocial behaviour and indeed for rent arrears. And it doesn't do anything, crucially, to address affordability. So even if Section 21 is abolished, private landlords may still be able to, in effect, evict tenants by increasing their rent to unaffordable levels. So unfortunately, I suspect that the Renters Reform Bill won't meaningfully shift power from landlords to renters in the way that we need in this country. If it abolishes Section 21, that's good, and the fight obviously goes